5 World Hot News You Should Know from May 21 to 25 of 2021. Welcome to VIETUS US1040 channel, the world's hot news. Today we would like to share 5 world hot news that you should know from May 21 to May 25 of 2021 as follows. Newsletter 1. Osaka Prefecture Japan collapsed before the COVID-19 epidemic. Newsletter 2. Shocking news when more than 100 Everest climbers were infected with COVID-19. Newsletter 3. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has been sanctioned for not complying with anti-COVID-19 safety regulations. Newsletter 4. Hail in China killed at least 16 people. Newsletter 5. The cable car cabin in Italy crashed, killing 12 people. Here are the details of the news. Newsletter 1. Osaka Prefecture Japan collapsed before the COVID-19 epidemic. Osaka Prefecture is located in western Japan, home to about 9 million people. It is the largest prefecture of Japan. Recently, it has been hot news that many hospitals in Osaka Prefecture, Japan are struggling to fight the rising number of COVID-19 infections, while doctors warn that the medical system here is collapsing. The details say that the number of deaths here ranks third out of the total number of deaths from the disease in this country in May 2021. The speed of the spread of the disease is overwhelming the healthcare system in the country. This is merciless. Shinbei University Hospital Director Yuji Toda told Reuters news agency that, to put it simply, this is the collapse of the health system. The infectious strain from the UK has caused an explosion in the number of new COVID-19 cases that cannot be sustained. A heartbreaking thing according to health data released by the Osaka Prefectural government. Only 14% of the total 13,770 people infected with COVID-19 here were hospitalized. The rest had to fend for themselves. Medical experts say the mutation makes young people sick faster, and once they are seriously ill, it is very difficult to recover. I believe that many young people today still have the notion that they cannot beat them because they are young and healthy. But with this epidemic, that is not possible. Everyone is at equal risk of infection. Someone said the upcoming Olympic Games should be stopped due to the complicated epidemic situation. On the other hand, there is a news from Japanese broadcaster NHK that the vaccination campaign against COVID-19 Moderna, carried out by the Japan Self-Defense Forces, was held on May 24 in Japan, Tokyo and Osaka City. It is expected that the number of people vaccinated each day in Tokyo and Osaka will be 5,000 and 2,500 respectively. Newsletter 2. Shocking news when more than 100 Everest climbers were infected with COVID-19. The latest news from the AP news agency, citing the revelation that Lucas Furtenbach, a climbing guide at Everest, said that a foreign guide and 6 Nepali local guides in his team were infected with COVID-19. Furtenbach also said that at least 100 people have tested positive for coronavirus at the Everest climbers campsite, and this number could even reach 150 or 200 people. Nepalese officials have not yet commented on the matter. A total of 408 foreign climbers have been licensed to climb Everest this year, with the support of hundreds of local guides and staff who have been at the campsite since last April. However, some climbers have tested positive for coronavirus after they were brought down from the Everest campsite. It should be known that at the end of April, a Norwegian climber became the first person to test positive at a camping site on Mount Everest. However, the government of Nepal has not yet recognized the COVID-19 outbreak appearing on the roof of the world. Nepal is experiencing a new wave of COVID-19 with a record increase in infections and deaths. It is known that according to statistics site Worldometers, this South Asian country has recorded 8,591 new infections as of the morning of May 23, bringing the total number of COVID-19 infections to more than 505.00 since the outbreak of the disease. Newsletter 3. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has been sanctioned for not complying with anti-COVID-19 safety regulations. The hottest news is that health officials in the Brazilian state of Maranhão have filed a lawsuit against President Bolsonaro for promoting mass gatherings without any safety measures during the epidemic season. The incident happened on May 21 when Bolsonaro attended an agricultural event in the Aquilândia metropolitan area about 500 kilometers from the Maranhão state capital São Luís. At this event, he did not wear a mask and loudly criticized the restrictive measures of State Governor Flávio Dino. It is known that Governor Dino once reminded the people that gatherings of more than 100 people are prohibited in his state and the use of masks is mandatory. This rule applies to anyone, including the President of Brazil. Further details add that President Bolsonaro will have 15 days to appeal. Otherwise, the amount of the fine will be fixed for the head of Brazil after the above time limit. Bolsonaro's office declined to comment. Currently, according to Worldometer statistics page, Brazil currently has over 16 million infections and over 448,000 deaths from COVID-19, the third largest in the world after the US and India. However, President Jair Bolsonaro in the past time has been fiercely opposed to restrictive orders to prevent the spread of coronavirus and criticized state governors for applying disease restrictions. This incident has always caused controversy between factions, between supporters of wearing masks and supporters of President Jair Bolsonaro. Newsletter 4. Hail in China killed at least 16 people. During a 100 kilometers mountain marathon in Gansu province, northwest China, a hail accident caused serious consequences. At least 16 people have been killed and 5 others are still missing due to hail and strong winds. Details reflect that Xinhua news agency, citing a notice from a local rescue force, said severe weather phenomena occurred during a running competition held on the morning of March 22 in the tourist area, Yellow River Stone Forest, in Jinte District, Viet City, Gansu Province. Unexpectedly, hailstorms and strong winds hit the races. Contestants suffer from physical discomfort and hypothermia due to a sudden drop in air temperature. The race had to be halted after several participants were found missing, forcing the local government to mobilize more than 700 rescuers to join the search and rescue. Further information is that as of 3 a.m. local time on May 23, 16 people have been killed and the rescue of the remaining 5 missing people is still underway. 151 of the remaining 172 participants were confirmed safe, including 5 with minor injuries. Temperatures dropped again during the night and the area's complex topography made search and rescue difficult. It should be noted that the Yellow River Stone Forest area is famous for its majestic, rugged mountain scenery and is a popular sight on Chinese TV shows and movies. Besides, it is also reported that the government of Gansu Province, northwest China, on May 24 opened an investigation into the cause of death of 21 athletes participating in the 100 kilometers cross-country mountain marathon in the province. Among the victims who died due to inclement weather while participating in the deadly marathon in China were 2 of the country's best long-distance runners, Liang Jing and Wang Guanzhen. Marathon running and ultra-long-distance running have become popular in China in recent years as the country's growing middle class use it as a pastime. Trail running competitions are held in remote areas, often with high prizes to attract participants. Local governments in western China, including Yunnan, Gansu and Sichuan, have set aside funds to organize sports competitions as part of a tourism development strategy. Participants in the May 22 run set off in the morning at the Yellow River Shilin Park in Beijing. Bad weather started happening at 1 p.m. when they reached an altitude of about 2,000 m above sea level. Because the participants were only wearing shorts and a running shirt, the participants were not protected from the cold weather. When it became clear that some people were in trouble, the contest was stopped and a rescue effort was launched. At that time, some people had hypothermia and some passed out from the cold. In total, 21 people were confirmed dead, 151 others were rescued, including 8 with minor injuries. Ma Shuji, one of the women who survived the event, told reporters that she feels lucky to be alive. The biggest takeaway from this event is survival. Newsletter 5. The cable car cabin in Italy crashed, killing 12 people. The sad news when the cable car cabin in Italy crashed while traveling in the direction from the town of Stresa near Lake Maggiore to the top of a mountain 1,400 m above sea level with an expected journey of 20 minutes. The cabin crashed when it was only about 100 m from the top at 12:30, about 17:30 Vietnam time. Rescuers said the cabin fell from a great height in a wooded area, making rescue difficult. Initial images show the cabin, painted in white and red, shattered in a steep and wooded area. According to the Piedmont Area Rescue Force, 12 people were killed, an increase of 9 people initially. Earlier, they also announced that 2 children injured after the incident were taken to the hospital by helicopter. The 15 people in the cabin include locals and tourists, but there is currently no specific information on the nationality of the victims. The general news is that the cause of the accident may be a broken cable in the system. This Stresa Modern cable car route has only recently reopened after being closed for a while due to the COVID-19 epidemic. Modern Peak is a very popular tourist destination because of its vast views of Lake Maggiore and the Alps. Before that, this cable line was closed in 2014 and 2016 for maintenance. This video here is the end. Thank you for your follow-up attention. If you find that the channel's video is useful, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and support the channel. Thank you very much and see you again in the next channel video.